checking. Let's see.
Anybody in chat say yes? We can see.
Not yet. No.
Okay.
All right, we're on. Cool.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Sorry about that, folks. This is just a wonderful adventure of ours.
Okay. Do you need to refresh or the screen, or we're just waiting for that registry endpoint to come up?
Yeah, I think we're waiting for it to come up. I'll hit refresh.
All right, it's just taking its own time. Should
Well, this is a local cluster, so you know.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed when I did this on AWS was if you go under storage and look at the object bucket claims and object buckets, the bucket got created. So that's what's happening underneath. Sorry, I should probably talk to this point. Yeah. Fine. So here you have Quay, and part of Quay, the registry part, is actually going to use Nuba. It's going to use object storage, right? So, but it's going to do it using OBC. It's going to do object bucket claims. It's going to create it dynamically. So the nice thing about this is that that abstraction allows you to not worry so much about storage for your registries. So for instance, once this is set up and running, let's say you start running out of, you're just running out, or you need to expand, you go into Nuba, you go into MCG and add more storage to that storage class. Like you don't have to, you add another pool, and I'll show you how to do that. So you're letting the registry manage its own storage. Okay. Essentially. You don't really worry about it so much. And you would set your quotas and things like that inside of Quay, right? So the app is saying, this is what I'm allowing these different repos. It's got all this like quota stuff. And then underneath you're saying, here you go, I'm going to throw a bunch of storage for your object stuff to MCG, and MCG is going to handle it for you. So you just add more. You don't have to go back to the registry and say, oh, here's more storage. Like it's a little more abstract than that. So it's kind of a nice way to manage. It's flexible. Uh-oh. What happened? Yeah,
something weird's happening here.
What'd we do?
Let's go to all projects installed.
Succeeded.
Quay registry.
Okay, okay. But the endpoint hasn't. I do remember taking a little bit. Yeah, you want to click there?
Okay, I'm sure there's something I could watch.
Okay.
Events. Running database migrations. Okay, that'll take a little bit.
Okay. All right, let's mess with that. Okay.
Okay. So, here we go. Resources. Right. What is running? What is created? What is pending? I can filter this, can't I? Let's filter on.
Yeah. Can we filter in the example name?
Label.
I think everything starts with like example registries.
Yeah, that's the problem. What are we waiting on? We're waiting on pods, right? So let's just see pods. And we wait patiently. Now, so as you see, folks, this is a Postgres registry for Claire, which means you're getting your container scanning capabilities. That database of vulnerabilities has to get installed somewhere, and this is where it's going, in this cluster right here, or in this database in the cluster being installed by the operator here. It's its own independent database, so it's not like you have to share it with other resources or something else is going to come along and clobber it. This is the beauty of having everything as its own, independent pod or resource.
I have worked with Claire.
I love Claire.
Claire's great. Yeah.
Claire has saved me from so many headaches, right? Like, oh, new vulnerability. Cool. Patch. Thank you.
Anything coming up yet? It's just taking its time.
Taking its time, If we really want to get crazy, let me see what's going on that node. It's on the actual host.
I would assume it's got to copy down all the like recent CVs and it's got some work to do, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's 60 tasks. And
can we have a look at the object storage dash and just see if we see?
Sure.
Oh, okay, you can, yeah.
The big one.
Either way. Yeah, and we should open up the multi-cloud gateway console as well. The piece that have not been. So you're in the right place. Object storage.
Okay.
The tab, you got it. Okay. Next one. Yeah. Okay. So you see under system name, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see where I'm
Yeah,
pointing.
like I can see it.
Multi. Go ahead
System
and
name,
click on
multi-cloud
that.
gateway. Click on that.
Yes.
Okay,
In
got
my,
it.
I think it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't installed the less encrypt
you
operator
might need
stuff yet.
your Kubernetes password. Oh,
Mm.
I forgot about that.
That is
Can you spin up
hilarious.
Chrome?
That is so funny. Let me stop sharing my screen and share
Okay.
the Chrome one. Oh my
We're
gosh, that is
picking.
hilarious. Of course, it doesn't work in Firefox.
Of
Nothing
course.
works in Firefox. No, I'm kidding. Let's see which screen to share now. Go. I think that's right. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. Screen sharing wasn't so herky jerky. This would be easier. Let's see, I should have a happy Chrome app somewhere. There we go. Let's do that. Share that screen. There we go.
Okay.
And that's fine. Plug that in.
Cool. So
Hit
yes,
allow.
yep. I'm just
And
curious
now I
to see what
have
it.
another reason to leave Firefox and go back to Chrome.
Okay.
I'm running both right now, thinking, oh, I can make the shift. I can make the shift. Until
I
I hit
run
an error.
like, oh, I feel, yeah, it's hard to have a browser loyalty. There's always something that doesn't
There's
work, right?
always
So,
something. Right,
okay,
exactly.
so, okay, in the left, the nav bar,
Mm-hmm.
not the hamburger, you're in the dashboard. Go to the
Mm.
left, go to the left.
Oh, this over
Okay.
here. Okay.
Yeah, and so go go to buckets.
Ooh.
Okay. So you can see this is Quay doing its thing. So think that's all. Like I just checked this to see like, are you actually using Nuba? Where are you putting it? You're putting it under the regular object buckets. So everything that goes here, that it's writing here from the registry, and it's setting it up, right? So
Okay.
so that's, you don't see any objects or anything like that. But well, I mean, there were a few that see where it says object buckets 16 up at the top. There's some stuff it writes out, but you don't see any more than that until we start pushing stuff to it. But so I don't know if it's finished yet, but at least from the Nuba standpoint, you see things are happening and this is functioning properly.
All right, let me pull up the
okay.
cluster here. It is somewhere in. Actually,
remember last time I spoke about namespace buckets. This time we're just talking about MCG regular object storage buckets.
Yes, I know. I am aware. Thank you. Operator hub not found. Yeah.
Yeah, just refresh it.
All right,
okay, go into the register. Yeah.
Status still blank. Weird.
So go in
there.
Yeah, I was worried something like this would happen. I'm like, I don't know enough about this. I just have to do basic troubleshooting. See what's
migration in progress. So it's still doing the database migration.
Still doing the database migration. That is very interesting. Wow.
That's pending. Oh.
Yeah, so the Postgres piece is not objects.
Right.
Okay, so you want to take a go, let's go dig into that. It's just, yeah,
so it's pending. 50 gigs. Conditions, no conditions found.
Oh. Why is it pending? Is it? Yeah,
this is pending still. It needs 50 gigs. It's not getting it somehow. Generated from no persistent volumes available for this claim and no storage classes set. That's a problem.
Okay, yeah.
Edit
labels.
Weird.
So you want to edit the claim?
Edit the volume claim?
Yeah. See what we, oh, you were just there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, it's unusual to me. That's not just working.
Is there?
Right here. Read once pending. The hell are you pending on?
Want to look at your persistent volumes?
Yeah, hang on. Local PV, local PV, local PV, PVC for Nuba. Okay.
Yeah, that's all your OCS stuff.
There's not one here for Quay, right? This is not Quay's thing, is it? No. This is Nuva's thing.
Right, that's Nuva's thing.
So it didn't
I
create.
have never had to set this up. It didn't create it. It's always done it for me.
Right.
So,
So
yeah.
the question is, what broke?
Back to the operator.
Yeah. Says succeeded. That's weird.
Let's edit this.
Want to edit Quay registry?
Yeah. Yeah, and just see what's maybe there was a spot where we were supposed to set something that no, it's just nothing about.
All objects created, updated successfully. Migrations in progress. Configuration.
Where's the migrating to if it doesn't have anything bound?
This endpoint showing nothing probably. Well, it's definitely responding to something.
Did you go to the configuration? Yeah, this is the config endpoint. Okay.
Okay. So
you can scroll, but there's nothing.
What is it? Why is
if it may pop up a little window that you need to go back to that secret and grab credentials from. Yeah.
This one?
Oh, you see it when okay, yeah. Now shift away. You can see it pop up just before you go.
That? This one? This little
yeah, there's a box that should ask you for your creds from the secret. And this is in Chrome, and it's not. So in
so
normally
which secret?
So if you go back to your console, your OCP,
Yeah.
Okay, so go back one, just hit up the
details.
Yes, thank you. Okay,
Secret.
that. Yes.
Ah.
Down below it says reveal. If you scroll down, you'll see them.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, username Quake config. Okay.
Yeah. So do you have a pop-up window that we just don't see?
Yes,
There's
you
like
just can't see
great.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Like, no, it's not working.
It's the joys of screen sharing, right?
Okay.
Right. Some things you can see, some things you can't. All right, there we go. Certificate is valid.
Okay. So
database. The database configuration is managed externally.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Redis.
You should be all set. Data consistency, Redis, repository,
registry storage.
Fine.
Do not use locally mounted directory storage engine for any production configurations. Mounted NFS is not supported. Local storage is meant for test-only installations. Got it. We are only testing here with local storage.
Okay.
The registry configuration is currently managed externally, as it should be. Log storage database, security scanner. That's what we were waiting on, right?
Endpoint, that's all good.
I could set up authentication.
All right, and while you're looking at that,
this looks good. I'm not sure I see a problem.
Okay, let me see if I can.
Let's see. Is it still complaining? That's the question. Yes.
Yeah, so mine definitely has a 50 gig
what's it called?
PV and PVC, but it's all it's called, hang on, it's called the example registry Claire Postgres. So it's trying to write out a piece of the Claire database out.
Because
yeah,
I'm not like, I don't see that in
you don't see it. No, my storage class is GP2.
Ah, that's why. Maybe. That's weird.
So if we go into, hang on, let's see if we can modify this. If you go into your PVCs, let's look up the Claire
Postgres. Like this is the PVC right here. Managed by
so,
example registry. It's pending. Why is it pending?
And let me click that to you. So your storage class isn't set. We need to set it. Like you need a storage class.
Okay, where?
So
where do I set that?
Okay, so go to YAML.
Edit.
Or actually, yep, it'll take either one.
Edit the claim.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to take us to YAML. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the storage class is where?
You want to search for it? Let me look at mine just to.
There is no storage class. That's the problem.
So
let me make sure I got the right storage class name here, because we have two of them somehow. Both of them are no provisioner. Interesting.
Okay. So I have underneath the volume name, just it here. I'll give this to you. Spec access modes, read write once, resources, request storage, right under the 50 gig storage request. Not under it, like, what am I trying to say here? Just to give you an example. So my storage class is regular GP2.
Okay.
That's all I'm really saying.
So I have this LVS 000. I'm just going to copy that. And I'm
Okay.
looking at chat here. It says under annotations in the storage class YAML, try setting a default storage class. Yeah, PVC without a defined storage class will look for default storage class. Chris has no
So maybe
default
yours is
storage
not.
class in his
Okay.
VM setup. Michelle has GP2 and AP and AWS as the default storage class
As
by
the
default.
default storage
So
class.
no
Okay.
default. Okay, so it makes sense.
So you need a default. Okay.
Yeah. So can I just say this is the default right here? Somehow that'd be nice, but I guess not.
So, well, so default class is false. Let's see if we can edit it and set default class to true.
Right here.
Yeah.
What
Do you
I
see it in there somewhere?
looking for?
Default storage class.
Default is not defined anywhere.
It's not there. So we want to and hang on.
So
we
yeah.
need to add it. Yeah. Let's see where we want it to go. Hang on a second.
We have 5 minutes.
Oh. So it's been such a lovely morning.
I know. I've enjoyed this time
yeah.
with you. Regardless.
So okay,
of
so I have
how
a
bad it's
question.
gone.
Okay, wait. So yeah, so here you go.
Go
Under
back to the
annotations.
form, then
Here you
edit
go.
the default. Okay, wait. Go back to
Oh, is it there in the form? Okay, I have it. I'll send it to you here, like this. There. In the storage class.
To maybe a chat, which I have to open. Okay, annotation storage class true. I can actually highlight that without it being all wonky. That'd be great. The chat is moving. Storage
Okay.
class Kubernetes is default true. Blah,
So
blah,
you
blah,
can
blah.
add an annotation. Right?
Down here, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Go back.
There?
Sorry, annotation up in metadata.
Oh,
If yeah.
I have to play the space game. Yes. Okay, that should work, right? All right. Yay. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Now,
True.
one annotation, true.
One annotation, true.
There,
okay, so we could have done
cool.
it there the easy way.
Could have done
Okay,
it there.
Good to know. Good to know.
Easy.
Okay.
I mean,
note to self.
adding 3 lines to YAML is easier than like hand jamming all that stuff.
And
so yeah.
check that you have a default storage class.
Good to know.
Okay, so
today I learned.
Today I learned. I didn't know. I kind of just assumed it was going to be there. Okay, so
yeah, no worries. I get it.
Let's go in there and see.
See what's
At this
happening
point,
here.
do you want to go back and look at that? It's the PVCs and see if the PVC, like, right? Like we want to see if it started.
There it is.
Yeah.
Pending.
You want to drill down and just see if we can see a little more. What's it doing? Do we need to want to restart? We can restart if it doesn't.
Generated from.
Okay, so that's no longer true, but that was a minute ago, and we've changed it since then.
Right.
So we have 3 minutes.
Try again.
It should try again. I would think it would try again. If it doesn't, we uninstall, we reinstall. And it'll have a default storage class.
Okay, let's just.
Okay, so question. Should we actually try this again in a future office hour, or have we tortured everyone listening?
It's a good question. This has been a lot of torture for the audience.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I
didn't do that.
Of all the things to not be ready for, this was it. Today. It's just this show. It's like, Woo, okay, it's Thursday. I thought this was
So
supposed to be an easier
normally,
day.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
This should really be what, 15, 20 minutes. Like it shouldn't actually take all the time. And then once your registry is up, I thought we were gonna have to struggle with like certificates and
Right.
all of
No,
that
we're
stuff.
struggling
Cause
with
that
storage
we're
because
just
it's me.
right.
Yeah.
Like it's so, but now we know. So we have our facts. Like we could come into that one and just get right to the point where we're more about, we just do the last bit of configuration on the registry and then we're ready to set up a deployment where we bring your cluster to its knees.
Right. This is weird, right? Like, why is it not trying again? I don't like the fact it's not trying again. That's all. That's running database.
We should be able to view like retries and back off and
right, like
somewhere.
The fact that it's still, quote, running database migration when it was never running it in the first place tells me there's a bug.
Where's it going to write it to? It's going to
right. Exactly. So how's it going to know that all of a sudden there's storage?
So normally if we had more time, I would say uninstall it and reinstall it because we don't have any information there anyway. So
and this is all pending still. So it's like literally just waiting. Yes, it picked up the fact that it needs storage, but no, it does not realize that it's there. That might actually be like something I need to bring up with the Quay team, to be honest with you. But I am existing PVCs will not realize that you suddenly have a default storage class, unfortunately, says Chris.
So they won't retry, he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, it won't retry. So
we have to reinstall. Okay.
Yeah. Is there any persistent volumes? Yes, there are lots of persistent volumes.
Yes. Yeah, so other parts are working.
Yeah, other things are working fine. It's just that the Quay operator won't realize that there's new PVCs there. So we can leave this. I'll uninstall Quay and we'll pick it back up next time. Is that cool?
You got it. I'm game. Hopefully, and I'll try and do some research about like making the configuration of Quay a little easier.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I'll do in the meantime. I'll get the Let's Encrypt stuff working on my cluster here. So that way it might just work by default.
Okay. And then we'll play with the autoscaler. And then if you can help me create a deployment that's always pulling, we'll see what happens. It'll be good. Have a wonderful day, Chris. I wish you a really, really good day.
So Chris Blum in chat says, I would go ahead and set the storage class and the PVC. That way you don't need to reinstall. Default storage class is only done for the entry storage provisioner is used during install. Okay. Well, everybody, I appreciate you joining us today for this wonderful adventure. I was going to say, like, Chris is unable to join us because he's having issues with his ISP. After all of his efforts, he's just at kind of like the stuck point with his ISP. So Michelle's going to be with us for the time being. And I'm very happy about that because we can stumble through these things together. And that's what the show's all about, right? Like, that's what this whole channel is about, right? Like learning from failures, right? Like I haven't done this before on this kind of cluster, and neither has Michelle. And now we know. It's office hours. That's what we do during office hours. That's right, John. Thank you. All right. So with that, folks, in an hour on the channel, we'll be joined by the one and only Ali Mobram and his team for the future of OpenShift administration with PM and UXD. If you have any questions in the meantime, he ran into Tommy says, I ran into this issue last week. Very frustrating. Hey, we're not alone. Well, guess what? Next week we'll have a solution for you, hopefully, or next time.
You got it.
So yeah, check us out in about an hour. And until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And I have to turn around to see us out because my day has gone that well.